boys and girls. Before we take a look at what we're going to do in our book today for math, I would like you to think about, we're going to talk a little bit about flags. And I want you to think about different kinds of flags that maybe you have seen. There are different kinds of flags. There are some flags that are what we call national flags. Okay, like the one we have for our country. Okay, the American flag, which is our symbol of our country. Sometimes you might see some flags that are state flags. Okay, each state in the United States has their own flag. So the state of Wisconsin has their own flag, and we fly that along with the American flag in front of our school each day. Okay, some other places you might see flags might be if you've ever been to a race, like a car race, they have racing flags. Sometimes you see flags at games, and they are what we call a team pennant, and the pennants are the ones that are kind of shaped like a triangle, that sometimes are like on a stick, and they have the team name on them. All right, there are flags that represent like a club that you might belong to. So if you're like in Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, they have their own flags. All right. And we also have flags that are what we call nautical flags. And those are flags that are used on ships or for sailing. All right. And most flags use colors, shapes, or pictures that stand for an idea, or in the case of a ship's flag, as a letter or a message. Okay, and we're going to be talking about flags that are used for ships today. So you will need your math book, and you will also need crayons for this activity. So you need to get both of those things. So you can stop the video, get your materials, and then we'll start again. Okay, in your book, we are going to turn to page 391. Okay, at the top of the page, we're going to read at the top, and you can see in the picture on the side is showing you some different flags. It says ships can use flags to send messages. A flag can be used alone to send a message. A group of flags can be used to spell out a message. This flag means I have a pilot on board. It can also be used for the letter H. Okay, so let's look at that flag. How many parts does the flag have? How many parts do you see? All right, we see 2 parts. Okay, now looking at this flag, does the flag show equal parts? Remember when we talked about equal parts, they're the same size and the same shape. So are these 2 parts equal? Very good. Yes, they are equal. All right, let's take a look at the next flag. This flag means return to ship. So if you saw this flag flying, that means you'd have to get back on board. It can also be used for the letter P. Okay, so let's look at number 3. How many parts does the flag have? So how many parts do you see? I see a blue part and a white part. So we have 2 parts again. Now look at this flag. Does the flag show equal parts? Are they the same size and the same shape? You're right. They are not. So we're going to circle no. Very good. All right. Now let's turn to the next page. And if you feel that you want to tear this page out, might be a good idea as you're trying to do some drawings on here. Okay, let's look at number 5. Number 5 says draw a square flag. So they've got your flag, they actually have your square here. Show halves. Color the flag. Color a half of the flag blue. So we want to show halves, and halves, remember, are how many parts? 2. So you need to draw a line to show the 2 parts in this square. Okay? So remember we talked there are different ways that you can show it. You could draw a line vertically, you could draw a line horizontally, or you could draw a line on the diagonal. Okay, I am going to draw mine on the diagonal. Okay, now we're going to color the flag, and it says color a half of the flag blue. So I am going to find my blue, and I'm going to color half of it blue. And it doesn't tell me that I have to leave the other part white, so I'm going to pick a different color to color the other half, as long as I have half of it blue. And so I am feeling like an eagle today, so I am going to use eagle colors. I'm going to color the other half red. Okay, so half of my flag is red, half of it is blue. Okay, now let's take a look at number 6. Again, stop the video if you need more time. All right, now I have another square flag. We want to show thirds. So if I want to show thirds, I want to have how many equal parts? Very good, 3. And we talked about how we can divide it in thirds going horizontally or diagonally. So I'm going to go vertically. Okay, so I'm going to go over, not quite to the middle. So I'm going to go about here, draw a line going down, and another line going down. They should be the same size and the same shape. So they're pretty close. They're not exact, but they're close. All right, now we're going to color the flag, and it says I need to color a third of the flag red. So doesn't matter what part, so I'm going to just color the middle red. Color 1/3 of it red. And I'm going to choose 2 other colors. So I'm going to choose orange. And the other part, I'm going to color it I'm going to color it gray. Okay. All right. Now let's go to some rectangular flags. We have 2 rectangles. We want, in number 7, we're going to show 4 equal shares that are rectangles. Okay, so I'm going to divide my shape into 4 parts, but each part by itself has to be a rectangle. Okay, so how would we divide that? I'm going to divide my first one. I'm going to divide it in half vertically and then in half horizontally, so it looks like the inside of a window. Okay, now I have to do the same thing to this one. If you'll notice, I have each of my part is a rectangle. Okay, so now I need to divide the other one and make sure that they're rectangles. So I'm going to divide in half vertically. Then I'm going to go in half on this side and here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal shares, and they're all in the shape of a rectangle. Could I go horizontally? Could I have gone horizontally? Yes. Okay. All right. Now in number 8, we're going to show 4 equal squares that are triangles this time. So that means we're going to see triangles inside the big rectangle. So how would we do that? One way that we could do that is to go on the diagonal. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw my diagonal, and then draw the diagonal on the other side. You can see that there are 4 triangles inside. Okay, now we want to do another one. How would we divide this one into triangles? Remember, I showed you how to make a tent? So we're going to draw a line about in the halfway, down the middle vertically. Now we're going to go from that top of that line to the corner to make the diagonal, and make a diagonal this way. So it looks like a tent, but each part is in the shape of a triangle. I could have drawn an upside down tent, and it kind of would have looked like a V. I'm just going to turn mine upside down so you can see we could have done it that way. All right. Okay, and in number 9, you can take a sheet of paper, and you can do this on your own. Design your own flag. Use equal parts and color your flag. So you can design any kind of flag that you would like. Just make sure that you're using some equal parts. So it can have 2 parts, it can have 3 parts, it can have 4 parts. You design it however you would like. And if you want to send me a picture, I would love to see it. Okay? Have a great day.